Boom. Hello. How do we sound? It'll take a second to catch up, but
That's weird.
yeah.
No, it sounds good.
That's kind of
Sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds
a
really
little
good.
bit disorienting.
So you do gotta talk from your chest a little bit. The mic is all the way over there. It's a really good mic. He'll hear Kyle sneeze,
Okay.
but whether or not you can understand the words he's saying while he's sneezing is a whole other story.
All right.
So, I really wish I could pin that light up higher.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, so we're building my dad a PC today. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time. We've got a Corsair fractal case. We've got Fractal Design Celsius
36.
S36 is a triple 120 cooler. Or 140 cooler? Is it triple 120 or 140?
Well, it's a 360.
So triple 120.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got an Asus TUF X570 Plus gaming motherboard, RM850X 850 watt Corsair power supply. We've got a 4 terabyte Western Digital Black. We've got 2 NVMe 970 Evo Pros, 1 terabyte, and we've got 64 gigs of Corsair LPX DDR4 memory. All of that's built off of Ryzen 9 3950X. It's a beautiful CPU. So first things first, we gotta get all this junk out of the way, because we're gonna try to boot it up outside of the box. Yeah.
Do you want to use my pad?
Yeah, if you want. I've been using an anti-static strap for a long time.
I just like to be extra cautious.
But this box actually doesn't look too bad. We should be okay.
Yeah, it wasn't that box really. It was crushed. It was the one that came in, but then that one I was surprised had no shrink wrap. No shrink wrap on the outside of the box, so
Oh.
like anybody could open it, take stuff out if they wanted.
Yeah. Was it from an Amazon reseller or from an
Yeah.
Amazon?
Well, yeah, it said, yeah, I think it was Amazon. Well, it says Amazon Services, so I don't know what that means. See this? This is where the motherboard actually punched into the cardboard a little bit.
I don't think so, because there's nothing to punch
there
there.
is. Yeah, see the hole?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
It's just sharp where there's through-hole components. And
Yeah.
I looked at it, I took it out of the bag and looked at it, it didn't look like the board was damaged. But I was a little disappointed that it was treated that way, I guess.
Yeah.
Still good work. I'll be sending it back.
You want some fancy decals?
See, there's the cover.
So let's switch to full PC so we can show people what we're talking about.
Okay.
So, I hate these so much. IO shields. So this right here, these holes, are actually being made by components on the bottom of the motherboard, and the motherboard's shaking around inside. Ooh. These cables are super nice.
Oh, really?
Cable mod cables.
Uh,
That's what I have. If you see the white and black cables coming off of my GPU, so they're flat and squared and
oh, yeah.
all nice and pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Cable mod.
Okay.
Cable mod, if you're out there looking to sponsor someone, let me know. It's a good time. SATA cables. Okay. Certificate of reliability. And you got 2 extra standoffs. So we can start socketing everything. pins being on the CPU, huh?
Yeah. I'm used to, there being a cover over that when you get the motherboard, but this is the first AMD I bought in a long time. 'Cause usually they have the metal pins.
Mm-hmm. Well, the pins are on the
Yeah.
CPU on these.
Well, yeah. So there's less chance of damage here, I guess, but more.
The chance of damage over here,
the
which
CPU.
to me makes no sense. My goodness, that does not want to open up.
Do you need a knife?
I do.
Just get one here. This gonna work?
It should. I like to grab one from the kitchen. Got it. Yeah, all your serial number and stuff. It's back here, part number.
Okay, it's on the box.
Mac Daddy CPU. Okay,
A lot of pins.
yeah. Let's see, what else do we need?
So it only goes on one way, right?
Yeah. So what you're looking for? Where's my? Looking for is to match that little tiny triangle to that little tiny triangle.
Pin 1, is that what it is?
Pin
Oh.
one.
Is that, well, that's what they do in the Intel ones, they put pin 1
It's just a little corner thing.
in. Yeah.
It's a little triangle.
Okay.
There's a triangle right there.
You wanna use this?
I mean, I can.
I just think it's safer. I just wanna know.
Here.
Oh, you're gonna put it on there, okay.
I'm a lot less likely to knock it off that way. It also doesn't get in my way. I actually have a second ESD if you want it. Right there.
No. Can't keep this
It's seen a lot of non-use.
Yeah.
Man, thing's heavy for a CPU.
Should drop right in, right?
And that should be good to go.
Yeah, so where it was like punching through, like right here.
Those things go through deep. You never seen that before on a motherboard?
I don't see any damage though.
Yeah.
Should I open this?
Yeah. We should probably open up your case too, because we gotta modify how your fan layout's gonna go.
Okay.
Get some of this stuff out of the way. before we can even deal with that, let me pull this angle up just a touch. Move this out of the way. Oh.
I'm gonna move this over like here.
Sure.
It doesn't move very well. Just won't loose on me.
Why don't you just clamp it to the same lead here? It can be tied to the ankle. It's got an alligator clip with it.
Okay. So.
That plenty in play.
Should I move this over then?
Yeah. Alright, and so in this case you only have one option for where you're gonna put a 360 millimeter fan mount. It's up front.
Okay, so I have to take that fan off?
But we don't want to put the radiator in before your motherboard because otherwise your motherboard will not fit.
Okay.
But we can still pop this open and get that fan out, which will make for us maneuvering a lot easier. Did you take out one of these stacks?
Yeah. I was just gonna put them in there. Keep them all together.
Pick up a pair of glass. Break them with your ankle.
Yeah. Tethered.
Alright, so the front of this case just pops out. Your IO's attached to it though, which is a little strange.
Oh no, yeah, this thing came with a book. We're trying to take the front off.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the doesn't say anything about it. Oh, that's the front, right?
Yep. So I do slide this off. The bottom air filter. Might have to take this shroud off.
It looks like. So this is one. I pull that out. Then two. It looks like you just
Pop it.
pop it off. I guess.
Yeah, see, it's just held on by these little.
Okay.
So I'm thinking there might be one under here though.
What about
There it is.
these wires?
It should be okay. We're not pulling it far.
Okay.
Okay. Now we get the other side.
Oh, well, we can take this back off. Two screws.
Oh wow. They did a really nice job of cable managing this already.
Yeah, it's got some little straps in there. Look at the bottom one. Hold on. No, there's two bottom one. There we go. That one's broken.
No.
Or no, that's just a pin.
Yep.
Need some pliers or something?
No, I'm just being gentle. Alright. Now that's out.
Always unstraps the cables if we need to.
Yeah, we just need to get to this fan. So I just need to have Phillips head.
See. Is it this one? Or is it that one?
That's a thick boy. Let's go this over here.
Cybertrax 2185, thank you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow, brother. How you doing this fine day? Can you hold this front panel for me?
Hold it.
Yeah, so I can put pressure on. Oh.
Is that one already loose?
I loosened it. These are in there pretty seriously hard.
You probably don't need that fan.
I mean, yeah. It doesn't hurt to have it somewhere else though, like in the top of the case.
Okay.
Do they will manage this? Yes, they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just get it through that little hole.
Oh, yeah.
Nice case.
Thank you. We're building my dad here his first real super machine.
Hold on, it's wrapped around.
Nice base.
Nice face.
That's Dennis, my coworker.
Oh.
Oh.
Boy, did you know.
Because I have my chat up on 3 screens, buddy. Oh.
Here.
Alright. So now we should be able to mount your radiator.
I know it's not a gaming rig, but are any of the components RGB?
I mean, his Asus TUF gaming motherboard is AuraSync compatible. I don't know if it's got any lights on it itself, though.
I think it does, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, we can always add a strip to it.
I think I don't really care about lights anyway.
It's got capability.
RGB is live. Gotta have that Corsair RGB RAM.
Instead we went with Corsair Vengeance LPX 32 gig sticks times 2 schlap.
Damn.
May as well get this on. God, I hate IO shields so much.
Where's that?
I just tap myself on them
Oh,
every time. They're just sharp.
Josh way to flex on us users with 32 gigs. I will go download more, be right back.
You're running the exact same kind of memory I am, except for you got 32 gig sticks. I have 4 8 gig sticks.
I was gonna go with 120 gig. guess I'll see how I do with.
You would also need Windows 10 Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To run 128?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Which TDS software are you running to read the chat?
I'm using speech chat. That does not mean that you get a free pass to try to figure your way around the filter.
Oh, cow. So we gotta assemble this thing too.
Not necessarily. Depends if it's an AMD Intel configuration already.
Well, I mean, I gotta put the fans in.
Oh, the radiator? Yeah.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Nah, I'm going to see how it pronounces words to make funny noises like a crappy car starting. Beep 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 beep.
Okay.
Does everyone sound the same when they talk over it? Okay.
If you want to read the chat, it's right next to you too. You can see usernames and stuff.
Okay.
Alright. That is set. I only scratched myself. I don't know if we're going to be able to put the radiator outside the case. I'm going to have to put it inside and then fans through it. So the question is, do you want pull out, like I have, or do you want to push in? What kind of airflow are you looking for?
What do you recommend?
Different things are good for different things. Like, again, mine's set.
If you push it in, then you got a positive pressure in your case.
Yeah, but you could set your other two fans to pull out and you'd have a very light positive pressure. The difference is going to be where your dust is coming from.
Oh,
So how much maintenance you want to do.
my dog.
Hmm.
Uh,
So do you want dust coming in through here? Or do you want dust coming in through here?
well, isn't there like a screen somewhere?
Yeah.
And
There's
there's a
screens
screen
here,
on top.
here, here. So everywhere with the back of the screen. This is built to be an exhaust fan.
Okay. So,
So I would do an intake up front.
okay.
It's not as good for like overclocking and stuff because you're pushing.
I'm not overclocking it.
Yeah. So that's again, that's a trade-off. I'm a little bit better for overclocking because I have my intakes unfiltered, pushing cold air into the general case, and then I have it forcing the cold air as it goes across the components through my rad and then out the front, so that the hottest air, the air coming off my CPU, is shooting out of the case immediately. Whereas drawing it in, like you're going to be doing, will warm the whole case, but you don't get any dust.
Oh I oh I oh I oh L O L O L O L O L O L O L O L O L O L.
Yep.
JK.
That was a belly laugh.
Yep.
That sounded better in my head.
Let's see, it comes pre-pasted.
Oh, okay. I don't have to worry about that too much.
Yep. And if you're not overclocking, that pace will do just fine.
Okay. So, I guess I should look at this and see.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if we need to mount fans and rad on different sides of this.
I just assumed they would mount right to the radiator. Let's see what this is. Figured since I got a fractal case, a fractal radiator would be good.
Yep.
So this is 20. Remove the standard cooling bracket, so that's these things?
Yep.
Mount the backplate.
Is that for AMD or for Intel?
Oh, good. Oh, AMD's here. Intel. Okay, that's the Intel is the backplate.
Yeah.
So, I guess we just take that off too. That's just showing it removed, right? And then install standoff screws. So AMD use these, I guess. AMD 4. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, AMD 4.
So we can do that once we get the motherboard in the case though.
Okay.
Let's check your
So this is
standoffs.
what it's saying, first of all, so it's saying mount the, on this side, I guess it's saying mount the fans on the inside, where the pipes come out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's saying mount,
The radiator
looks like the
face.
radiator pipes at the top, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, what do you flip this?
Doesn't fit?
Well, it fits up here.
Oh, crap.
That's what I'm saying though, is I think that it's designed for that. Because I looked this case up and it said you could run a 360 millimeter rad in it. But
Oh, maybe you have to take this out, maybe. What's the... This right here, it's just should just,
nope, 2 screws.
oh. So that's where the hard drives go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have got a bigger case. It should come straight up, according to this.
Certainly doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's a little bit hung up right there. Oh, there's not much room there, huh? So that comes straight up too, it looks like. 2A, oh, there's a slider thing. Or something. That's what it looks like. That's the back.
Yeah, it's just telling me that it comes off this way. I'm wondering if it's screwed into the bottom.
Okay. It shows it coming straight up, actually.
Yeah, so 2A, 2B, so it's gonna go chink, and then it's gonna go whoop.
Oh. It's already slid back, looks like, right? Should come straight up. Oh,
It's
wait
screwed
a
to the
second.
bottom.
Yeah, you're right, sorry. But, so that's not gonna help us with the radiator though, right?
Yeah, well,
It will?
should.
But don't we have to have that cage in there?
I'm thinking not. I'm thinking you can slide it this way more and have it not in the way of the radiator, but more in the way of the power supply.
Oh, I see, you can slide it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we just need to tip it on its back. I got the cables.
Yeehaw! Alright. Camera. Tiltify that up.
I'll just loosen it.
Okay. So now I can fit the whole radiator.
Maybe.
Just like that. Sweet.
Will it fit with the fan on?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. You wanna put the fan down?
Yeah. Why don't we get your motherboard standoff set first?
Okay.
What is that? There's a blank standoff right in the middle. Actually, before we do any of that, we can get your SSDs situated. Kind of doing this out of order. Get all the bare bones stuff situated on the motherboard
Okay.
so that, like,
Should we move this out of the way?
yeah.
Is it attached to anything?
Okay. So everything we can attach without it being in the way later, like M.2s. You have two NVMe slots, right?
Yes.
No, it's probably under here, huh?
Well, here.
Yeah, it's under here.
Okay. There's a book for the motherboard.
Okay, so these are your M.2 and NVMe standoffs and screws.
We need to take this off.
Yeah.
Where's the motherboard? Ducks. Oh, here it is. Was that it right there?
That's one of them, yeah.
Here. Here's the map.
You should test bench it before you put it in the case. You can use the motherboard box as a temp standoff for the test.
Yeah, the problem is we're using a liquid loop AIO, and it's going to be a giant pain in the ass to get it to cool outside of the case and then remount it. But you're right, best practice is to test bench outside of the box.
Here's the circuits. One right
Yeah, it's right under here.
here. Okay.
M.2.1 down.
That's so small.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Here.
That little drive contains more space and speed than anything we've ever sent to space. I don't know why that's always the comparison, but oh, interesting. This comes with thermal
Double
tape.
back. Oh, that's thermal?
Yeah. This is a heat spreader.
So one needs on one and not the other?
I think the idea is that this is going to be OS, this is going to be constant read writes. So this is pretty much the same exact use case that I was describing to you when I was saying you want to have your OS and maybe some core programs on one. And then you want short-term storage, stuff you're actively working on this one. And then long-term storage, stuff that you're not going to work on for a couple of months on big boy, 4 terabyte. So this thing in total has 6 terabytes of storage, 2 terabytes NVMe SSD, that's gonna go to that one.
Hi Ben and Post Malone and Kennedy, how was your Super Bowl everyone?
Hi, honey vinegar. It was good. We went to Haley's mom's, and her mom made some good food. I don't remember where else we did on Super Bowl Sunday. It was a busy day though. Woo. How about yourself?
Yes, PC build stream. I will cast you to my TV and watch all stream.
Glad to hear it, honey. It's always good to see you. His name's Honey Vinegar Reality.
Oh,
That's
I
what I'm
didn't
calling
know.
money.
That was just you.
See?
Okay,
Thermal tape.
okay.
The idea being that this is going to be reading and writing constantly. You don't want to actually cool an SSD because they get unreliable at low temperatures. But,
You want to dissipate it into the metal.
yeah.
Keep it constant.
Yep.
Is this a gaming build or for just personal use?
It's for video editing.
We're going to try to convince him to game on it too. Seems like a waste of all of this gaming potential.
I'm gonna do some map stitching too. So.
Most people probably don't know what map
I'm
stitching
gonna-
is.
So I'll fly my drone over property and take a whole bunch of photographs in a very kind of rigid, disciplined way, and stitch them all together and make 3D models of the property. Takes a lot of processing power.
Lightworks and Adobe Premiere Pro demand high CPU.
Yeah.
So we got a 3950X, man. 16 cores, 32 threads. Thing's a monster. Memory. Got 64 gigs of memory coming in here too. Coming in hot. Yeah, if you ever want to use more than 64, you do have to get Windows 10 Pro.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I probably would have got that. I guess I can.
You can do in-place upgrades. It's a software switch.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, so if you have home and you upgrade to Pro, what's the cost? You
No idea.
know? Okay.
But no matter what, doing it the legitimate way is gonna be way too expensive. Just go on software swap. Buy a key from some guy whose enterprise company bought too many keys.
Just buy Windows 10. Pro key cost like 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you have the motherboard manual?
Yes.
Which sockets?
It's gonna be, I think it's the gray ones, let me look, here it is.
I'm pretty sure you're right too.
So, it's gonna be here in
Dual socket gray.
the gray.
Gotcha. Let's say this one up. I hate the memory.
Yeah, it's hard not to flex the board into heat. These just went up, I bought them on Newegg,
Mm-hmm.
they just went up by $20 the next day.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't buy anything off Newegg anymore. I just bought 32 gigs of this exact memory
Uh-huh.
and 8 gig sticks for $111.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. You got a little DRM fan. Keep your little chipsets cool. I think that's pretty much all we can do outside of the case. Just because we can't bench cool it with this cooler. Where's the
Oh.
header that this wants to go to? It's gonna look for a pump. Yeah, it's looking for a pump, so it's gonna go right there.
Is it, oh, it says pump, okay,
Mhm.
so it's different, is it higher,
It's just gonna
no,
do
that's a pump.
information.
Okay, that's for pumping fluid through,
Mhm.
okay. First, liquid cooled I've ever done, so,
Yeah, I mean it's super duper easy. So all your fans are gonna plug in right here,
okay.
and then the main fan control also gets pushed through here. So
Okay.
just download some software, and it'll be able to control all your fans and your pump at the same time.
Okay, so these are all gonna plug into there.
So we do want to make sure that we put the right one at the right spot because they should have different cable lengths.
Links, okay,
Or maybe
not
not.
much. Oh, no, I think they're the same.
They should have different cable lengths.
Is the other one? No, that's not it.
Right there, can you?
No.
You made sure to put the Movo in the dishwasher first, right? No one wants to start off with a dirty build.
Of course. Yeah, I guess they're all the same.
Interesting. My cooler had two different lengths so that I could plug them in.
Let me see what it says about management.
Well, I was trying to think, is this gonna reach?
Doesn't really. Say anything about that. Other than that.
Yeah. So this one's probably gonna clip this corner a little bit, and you just go down like that. It should be okay. Alright, so you're gonna start assembling the radiator.
Yeah, sorry, that was mine, but.
That was yours? I've got one right there, right?
Yeah, because that was mine.
That's the standoffs.
Do these just go into the default backplate that says?
What's going on, ya beautiful bastard?
Big chillin'. How you doing, Peter? You guys remember Peter?
Yeah.
Say hi to Peter.
Hey,
Peter.
How's
Hello.
Peter's handle?
His handle is I'll get back to you.
Alright.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Still playing Destiny once in a while.
You know he's married and has a kid now?
I didn't know he had a kid.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Wow, what'd you get, a girl or a boy?
There's a little bit of delay here.
I didn't get my
Thanks, I have a 4-month-old named Atlas.
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 Wow, that is a cool name.
That is a cool name.
I'll have to go get a cigar.
Yeah, kids are a wonderful journey.
You know, he got paternity leave from the military
For
Cool.
oh, that's
for
really
like a long time too. It was fun. We played a lot of Destiny.
They should-
that was not what the
It was
maternity
few
leave
months.
was for.
All I'm saying is you pump one out every 2 months for the rest of your life. Stay on paid leave. It's good for them.
Yeah, I think those are just the standard locations. Where they go back in.
42 days paternity leave, it was fantastic.
I'm so glad for you. Yeah, those things are really nice. They're really important.
Well, that's incentive to have another one, right? Right away.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Every 2
Keep them
months,
close
keep
together,
it
yeah.
coming.
You were going, yeah.
But don't overwhelm yourself now.
I'm
Well-
about to go look up my work handbook real quick.
Find out when that resets. So 2 months a year. You just gotta
That
keep
was
having
crazy.
kids.
Not me.
Oh, Dennis. Dennis said that.
See, one loves kids, I bet I could pull it off.
Be on permanent leave. Just keep them coming.
Yeah, Atlas. I mean, that's I haven't heard that one for a name for a kid yet. It's perfect. Whoever thought of that?
Peter, post pictures and show and tell so I can show them.
Will do.
Alright. There's my screws.
Oh. That just don't look quite.
It's not square, is it? How's that gonna work? That's not mine,
Yep. How is that gonna work?
Let me see, let me double check.
I mean, this specifically says that it's available for the AM4 socket, so.
Oh, you might have to put this on.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Yeah, that's for the AM4G. It's an eighth of a turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I have to expose the thermal base to do that.
Well, do
So,
you want to wait till I get the fans on?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that just yet. 'Cause that would be pretty noteworthy.
The pics have been posted.
Alright, let me pull that up while my dad gets the fans on. I know.
What's your ankle?
I know. No, I can't speak for everything that goes on in show and tell.
Aw.
You can click on it like if you want.
Oh.
Alright.
The mouse is right to your right. Right, there you
Okay.
go.
or left click, oh, there it is. Hi, Atlas.
I may stream later today and you'll have him on there.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I'll point him that way, Peter. For those of you who don't know, Peter is one of the Dark Danes. You can check out all the other Dark Danes at darkdane.com/streams, or you can check out Peter's at ttv/ I'll get Bach to you, BACK, because that is his last name.
Okay.
You can also get notifications for when he goes live and when I go live in our
I
Discord.
put out rice in the yard for the rabbits, now squirrels are all over the yard.
They didn't get the memo.
I love those little jumpy things that in the doorway. Yeah, it's good exercise.
I wish exercise was that easy at home now. Like as an adult, I just want one of those hanging right there.
Yeah, you can do
Just-
this. Yeah.
Gaming away, you're good.
Yeah, spin. Be able to spin. Maybe have a little back to it so you can lean
We're
back.
just gonna attach the monitor and a desktop to it, and then you
Yeah.
gotta have a slide so you can go into the kitchen. Yeah.
In my head, I'll take it easy, thanks for the shout out, Ben.
Anytime, Peter. Much love.
Let's see. That feels like it's not gonna fit. Well, are these on the same one?
Why you gotta come out of the bottom?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to best manage this. That's gonna be the closest way, right?
The other side would be closer. So this one already has the single management connection.
Okay, so. So down here?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
right there, okay, that way.
And then we can either go around this pipe.
Well, I think it says, does it say
I think it
It
says
doesn't.
not to do that. But to just do that. Come on, pins. Find your holes. Thank you. Ugh, I hate pin crunch. That noise they make. Ugh.
What color case did you choose?
He got white and black. It's a very minimalist design, despite the power of all the components. I think I might be able to convince him to get a little bit of RGB going in it, though.
I want to build a gaming PC inside a 90s gateway tower.
Yeah, recently Linus Tech Tips did something like that. It's a lot of the standards are still the same, so you just gotta do a very minimal case modding to get everything to fit in there, and then
Should I try to make all the wires go on the same side, you think, or?
doesn't matter at all.
As long as they fit.
Yep. As long as they fit and the screws aren't going through them.
You're just gonna have a lot of extra
Wire.
wire that way.
Yep. Which is why it's weird to me that they designed this way.
And you could do it like that, I guess,
Mm,
but, no?
I wouldn't want to have it that taut. With a little bit of play.
I think this one's gonna be kind of tight. Maybe not.
I think it'll go through inside the wire feed here.
So, I guess I can go like through here, like this thing.
Hmm?
Could do it like this, so it goes to
So something to notate too is which way you're pushing the fan. So these are gonna be pulling air, which is right. Right? Rotation. Flop. No.
No.
Maybe. So rotation is this way.
Is there an arrow on
You know, that's right.
it? Yeah, there's an arrow if it's going this way.
Okay. Cool.
I'm assuming they're all the same. There's zero rotation in that one.
Flow. This one you can probably do this way around though.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd do this one like this, but I think it'll fit. Let's just put this on lightly.
Go ahead and move that so you can see what we're doing.
It doesn't really want to go in that little plastic piece. Let's see if I can get the last one on. These go around here. Just, go like that. So I could probably. Go that way.
Do you have a fan out as well, or
Fan out.
yeah,
What do you
or
mean?
is this just
Just pump out
yeah?
with fans included?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. That's what it looks like. Because something goes into. There's only 3 fans, so something goes into here, right?
Yeah. So that might just be direct line fan out. I'm wondering how this thing gets powered.
Well, it has to get powered through here, right?
I don't see any other way.
So, right here, man. I think,
So it's connected to the pump. It's right here for us.
so this wire here, this wire right here,
Mm-hmm.
goes into this case. It must come through here, right?
Yeah.
Not to here, yeah.
I was not sure because mine has a separate pump and fan control,
Oh,
but this one does.
doesn't look like it.
This
Or-
one also, I was watching a review on it. This ring rotates.
Uh-huh.
That's how you set it between manual and auto.
Manual, like, speed,
Yeah.
or auto speed.
Mm-hmm.
What's that little sticker thing on?
This just to help you get the tape off,
Oh.
the cover tape. Get your PO. probably get power supply in before we.
Should I put these wires, this wire behind these screws in?
That's fine. You can put behind screws. I'm gonna move this over here real quick. I'm gonna move this over here. And then I'm gonna put a power supply in. Power. Eee. Just because we're moving the hard drive cage back, I want to make sure I can get all the cables in and positioned before they're stuck that way. You know what I mean? Speed up. Need free power important information about the power supply. Ooh, purdy. Does anyone else know? Modular power supplies these days, depending on the model and brands, change their cabling standards.
Oh, really?
There's no longer a standard way for the cables from your power supply to go, so you cannot just buy any cables
Yeah.
later. So hold on to these ones in case you need spares. Beyond that, Cable Mod does sell specific spares. I don't know if this is on the list of the short list of spares they have. But silent operation, this fan will not spin. Okay.
So this, I don't need washers for this, right?
This looks like one of the Corsair light-up fans almost. This thing doesn't light up, does it? No. Danger, high voltage. Beautiful. I love it. These are so pretty though. Just like, there's something about these power supplies. Corsair just makes them so nice.
I wish they would, see how these screws, they're not, in the picture, they're like not threaded all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would give me those, because that way the wires would be sitting up against the threads. But I guess I'm not gonna worry about it. Hopefully the insulation is nice and tough.
Hey, it's not like they're gonna be moving.
No, but there's always some vibration,
Yeah.
anytime you have a fan.
That's good to go. Okay, so what are we gonna need? Pass me the GPU.
GPU?
Yeah, I just need to see how many power supplies we need. Only need one of these guys. Wow, this is really nice. They came through with white cables and everything. Wonder if they partnered with Cable Mod or something, or of course Corsair was just like, we can make fancy cables too.
I would think, yeah, I don't know. I think they're probably Corsair cables.
Yeah, it's just normally they make there's a pretty standard like black, then multicolored motherboard cable that yeah, comes with 4-year warranty too. Nice. So it's not gonna tell me anywhere on it. I'm gonna have to open it up. All right, unboxing a 2070 Super. do like the Gigabyte WindForce cards though. Jeez, this is a monster. Where's my, okay, I need a 6 and an 8 pin. Okay. And now you can just go back away. So we don't need that. So I don't have PCIe. Oh well. Alrighty. So I don't like that this is implying that I should just bend this cable. That's how mine is though. Oh well. I think that's what it's made for. Go up.
So that, is that the main?
No, it's PCIe.
Oh.
Six plus 2.
These screws aren't coming out easily. What's that?
Ben, do you need Velcro ties at all?
It should be alright. The case actually comes with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, I have a whole bunch of them in my bag, I think. Just something.
There's that CPU emitter. And there's your sort of pin.
Some of these are really, the threads are really bad.
Yep.
You need 100 pounds of torque just to get the screw.
That's about right.
Well, it varies a lot.
Yeah.
Some of them are real easy. Others are not. Like this one might be cross-threaded. Because it doesn't go in.
You got the right screw?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go in, but see that?
Yeah.
Kind of damage that thread.
It's a ridiculous way to do this, Corsair.
Maury912, thank you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow, brother. How you doing today?
Awesome.
You've only got one center drive, right?
Yeah.
Good to go. After this, sends a ton of expansion slots. They're just not necessary.
Designers probably expect some other peripheral.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in theory you could have.
So who have failed the most?
So who has failed the most? At what? You could have 2 graphics cards and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 expansion slots. Motherboards, your motherboard's got 4.
The computer build OFCD.
I don't think we've failed so far at all. I mean, we're pretty early days still. Everything's just kind of going together.
Yeah, this is got a bad thread in it. This sucks.
Those radiators are that way.
You don't have any taps, do you? What a little bit of soap maybe you can put on this thread.
I do have soap. There's soap in the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh. Let's bring this camera back around. This is neither of our first rodeo, so it's not like it's we're not going in blind here. I mean, I build computers professionally. I'm an IT guy. So, I have no reasonable expectation that this will not work.
Use soap. You know that for you?
This is built for a bottom radiator. Bottom exhaust. So your power supply is basically its own little air ecosystem here. It's entirely separate from your case.
Okay. So it just goes through.
I like the choice of case, very sleek and clean.
Yeah, he picked a good one. It's a Corsair, or no, it's a Fractal Designs. What was it?
It's a Meshify.
Meshify C, something like that.
I see. Wow, kind of runs into the hardware.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
tight.
pretty tight, but that's why I mounted it upside down.
Oh, it's upside down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That way you have a separate air ecosystem just for your power supply, and so that we get no backflow directly onto your hard drive cage, so you're not blowing hot air around your hard drive.
So does it blow out the bottom? Okay. That's good.
That's like to be screwed in.
Pull the wheel on it.
Uh,
Does it come with the screws?
yeah. I wish they were black.
I heard that.
Top of my neck.
Slip out your way.
Go to the fatter head.
It's already in here.
Yep.
You're not using electrical at your work, right?
I mean, you can tell mine's gotten plenty of use.
Yeah. What am I thinking of? Oh, the guys who build the drones
Mm-hmm.
use the electrical ones.
Yeah, Kyle has an electric one. I haven't gone out and bought one. That should do that. You're disconnected, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's gonna get tight.
With the radiator.
Mm-hmm.
You put in the hard drives in this way? You're allowing them, or
Right?
the hard drives?
Chargers come in from this side.
Okay. Maybe tight squeeze.
Yeah. Well, 'cause let me see. It goes up to second knuckle. That's not gonna fit. If we fit the fans outside,
Hmm?
is there room for like a millimeter gap? I think there is.
Oh, you mean putting the fan on the other side of
Of this.
the, yeah.
So mounting it through.
Will they fit with that cover on? It
Think
doesn't
so.
look like it. I think they're too thick.
Same thickness?
It's up against it right now, isn't it?
Yep. Because what I don't tell you is that either you're supposed to have a hard drive rack or a 360 refrigerator.
You can't have both.
Does not seem like it.
Is there another option for mounting a hard drive here? Wait, let's look at the, well, so you're saying this won't fit in there?
Not with this drive rack. Take the drive rack out, it'll feel just fine.
Oh, damn. There's not enough room, oh, you're right.
I feel like they should have to advertise that loudly.
Well, I thought I guess the parts picker doesn't do those kind of incompatibilities.
Yeah, well, but also I looked into it.
Well, and
This
this
case
is
was
a,
smaller.
this is a Meshify, I would think they would tell you. I guess I should have looked up the compatibility with the case.
That's what I'm saying. I did.
Oh, you did?
And it just said, yes, it will fit.
Okay.
It didn't say, yes, it will fit as long as you have no mechanical drives.
Well, let me see this real quick. So, so you can just mount your drive to the bottom,
Okay.
right? You can take that out.
Alright. You still need the
It's
cage for it.
optional area for 3.5-inch drive, right?
Sure, that's the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, this is,
There it is. Snuck in
you
there.
take that out, right? And then
That's completely ridiculous.
That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, it's so ridiculous. Alright.
I guess I don't have a lot of options for adding more drives.
I mean, you can always fit more SSDs. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. 1, 2, 3 for sure. No, I think it's just 3. You have 3 additional 2.5-inch slots.
So
And you could probably pack a couple more in elsewhere.
yeah,
So let's take that bottom piece off.
okay.
I'm just going to tip it this way, actually.
Choose your weapon.
Probably have to use these for drive mounting in a second, so.
Yeah. Just put it here.
That's so ridiculous. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. I thought about getting the full tower just so it's easier, you know what I mean? You're not trying to squeeze stuff in. But they're so big.
Yeah. I actually wish we'd use the full tower again. I like having that extra space and the monster PC.
Yeah. Should come straight up according to the.
This is so interesting. Thank you for streaming this.
You're welcome, honey. Oh.
So,
So right now we're trying to pull the hard drive cage out because the wonderful manufacturer negated to mention that you cannot have the hard drive cage and a 360mm cooler available at the same time. It just says the case can have both. It doesn't mention that both doesn't mean at the same time. A little ridiculous. Alright, so now that cooler should fit no problem.
So,
But I feel like we should drop the drive in first.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because we're dropping a drive down there. I mean, I guess it looks like it's got the same mounting brackets up top. You could mount it up there.
Oh. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. We could mount the cage up there, but is there any?
I mean, that would interfere with your cooler. I'm talking about mounting the drive up there, not the cage.
It'd be kind of nice to have those, you know, slide out things, but
Yeah.
I guess.
So this does have bottom mounting screws, and no, it's a 120mm fan mount. Unless he's talking about doing it this way, which also doesn't work. So they must have specialized mounting spots on bottom, which is
I'm gonna show you the page. So there's some standoffs maybe, is that right?
That's
Oh
what it
yeah,
looks
so
like.
you have to pop these things in.
what those things are. Those are for your cooler.
Oh, it'd be in here.
Yep.
doesn't look like that. Let's see. Did not include them. I don't think we got to put them in here. That sucks.
Let me see the drive gauges.
The what?
Drive gauge. Here they are.
Oh, just take them out of there.
That's dumb. That's super dumb. Fractal Designs, if you're out there, cut the shit. Why? That's why I like NZXT. Well, I guess camera can't see that.
Where's the screws?
Alrighty. So I'm betting it's sitting that way. That.
You want me to tip it up more?
Yeah.
Just don't know where you want it in a holding position.
I'm just gonna clip in that corner again. And then screws switch here. And the driver goes over here.
Is it in place?
Come on.
Threading wires, or did you lose a screw?
Oh, screwing in a hard drive actually, in the most ridiculous way possible, because Fractal Designs.
Mine are just loose in the underside due to a lack of space.
I mean, that's pretty much what's going on here. You know what? Am I screwing this in a way that's gonna block off the I/O?
That's where double-sided tape is your friend.
Where's the I/O on this?
Oh yeah, it does. That doesn't work. Yeah, so we have to turn it a different direction, right?
I'm gonna be hungry in probably an hour.
You can go get food if you want.
But Haley's not here, so we can order for her.
I don't think she's been home for a while. I don't know though. I can ask her. Not you just flip the other way.
So it has to go. So we can move it back, I guess. If that's right, because it's gonna be hard to get the wires on. So you can put it back here, right?
This just line up whatever hole you want me to screw
Can you
on.
text from a smartwatch?
I can't really see the bottom of it.
Yes, you can, just not very well. It's most, in my experience, from the Galaxy Gear S3, it's mostly auto messages.
Let me see. I'm gonna put my finger right by the screen. I can feel it. Okay, so we try the front one. Wow, it's gotta go way over there. Can you
To
see
your left
it?
a little bit, yeah. Towards me a little bit,
That way?
this way.
Oh, oh,
Left a little bit. Left.
oh, this way? Yeah, the other way?
Yeah, there you go. That should. The case tilted that way a little more. To the left a little more. This way.
Okay.
And then towards me a little bit more. Oop. God, this is fucking.
It just popped on. Maybe,
Who does Fox
can
do
we,
video
can we
editing
just set
for?
it down, like, flat? Can we put this down, Paul?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, let me put this in. Okay. Let me put my fingers right there.
Just look through the bottom.
No, let's look through the bottom.
Yeah.
Get a better hold on it.
Oh boy.
You guys just let me know what we're gonna do for lunch and when you get a chance.
Does that line up?
No. Down a little bit. Oh, almost there. Down just like a millimeter.
You in there?
Looks that way. Yes.
Okay.
Rotate.
You know what? You could probably put these on and then just put the hard drive in and pop it over, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oop, sorry.
Rotate that way. Keep going. Keep going. Almost there. Keep it going. Right there. That would still be a pain in the ass though. Because then you're trying to line up 4 holes at once and then slide the whole thing over. Not that that wouldn't be a better way. I'm just saying, design-wise, still not a fan.
Yeah.
One more.
Something smells good.
Telly is cooking.
Drink more coffee.
Well, I can go get food, you guys, I just,
I would.
but
Wait, wait.
how will you guys take time to order when you're streaming?
Well,
You know, BRB screen. Who does Pops do video editing for? Who are you doing video editing for?
oh, for me, well, I just got a drone a little while ago. I got my drone pilot's license. And so the drone takes 4K video, and actually I'm planning on getting one. There's a company called Autel. It's coming out with the Evo 2, which does 8K video, and I'm gonna get one of those too. So, it's just for me right now.
But you would like to do.
So eventually I wanna do it for profit, as well as mapping. Is that the came with the hard drive or
Motherboard.
motherboard? Oh.
Set of cable.
Okay. Is this like rubber? Oh, that's cool. You could just get a pizza or something. And you could eat it as we feel like it.
I can do that. I think I might, oh, I see what you're saying, because this, are you guys about halfway through?
I'd say we're a little farther than that, but
I mean, if I brought back food, could you take a break? Or from the video, from the streaming? Or-
it's not ideal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm good.
Alright, so if you guys want, I'll bring back pizza.
It's up to you.
I can hold off.
Okay. I'm good at this point.
Bring this
Whenever you
shut
feel
a
like
little
it,
bit.
just come get some food if you want.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bring
okay.
something back.
Okay.
Bring some shareable stuff.
Okay. I might do that.
I think that's as good as when we got the cable management down here. That, then. That. A little better. That's good. Cool. Alright. Drive's rigged.
So where does the main power cable come up through to?
It's gonna depend on your board.
It's gonna go to here, right?
So right about here.
I guess. Yeah, that looks about right.
Clips on the outside, so it'll go through. Just like that, and then it'll get bent.
This is for the front USB, I think, right here.
It's a USB 3.0 header.
Yeah,
It's right here.
that's the blue one, right? load.
Yeah, but we can do all that pulling once the motherboard's already in here.
Okay.
Because it's going to be harder to put the motherboard.
In with that
In.
stuff sticking out.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, good point. This.
Alright, I think we're ready to mount our motherboard. Then our cooler, then our graphics card.
You want to try to lay it on its back?
Yeah.
You need some kind of supports or something. We could use a styrofoam. Well, it's styrofoam.
It's
That's
staticky.
the best stuff.
I think we should be okay. But almost all these cables are. Should be good. Alright, now it's standoff time.
Figure out where they go.
So we got one up here.
So, that's these, right, these guys?
Yeah. Let's get it down here. So let's just see. This is gonna go. Okay, so all three on top row.
These are the ones that come with the case, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't come with the motherboard, right?
Correct.
Or we just dump them in there.
I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a screw cap for screwing these in tight.
Okay.
Why you would want
It's a
to?
tool.
Yeah, why you would want to screw them in super tight? It's beyond me, but thumb tight should be good. So I lined the motherboard up with how it's going to be in the case.
And then this one is just question mark?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Looks like it's. It's support again. So
Yeah.
it's like directly.
There's a screw head on the other side of it though. Maybe you're just supposed to take it out. Maybe it's just a reminder.
Well, you got. There's these two, right? And then down here, you got these two. So it seems like it goes right there. No?
Yeah. It just seems weird to not have a screw for it.
I would think you would. Let me see what if there's anything in the manual.
Guess they provide a screw because these are also poorly threaded. So it's not a fantastic build experience so far, folks. Have not been a massive fan of fractal designs.
Yeah, see, that's what they're saying right there. Is that if you do that, you gotta do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
No, it's a fan.
Yeah, but that's 3 fans.
That's not a hard drive.
Oh, that's a fan. Right, okay.
They're saying if you do that, you can also have a fan here. There's no hard drive cage. Don't worry about it.
Water cooling radiator options. Okay, so there's your. So it doesn't. The 360's not.
Yeah.
Not even.
It looks like it tells you it goes in the front. That's why I'm pulling this off.
It seems like only the blue ones fit. No?
No.
No. Why are they different colors?
Just alternate. Same on the website.
Oh. Yeah. So that's what we're doing, right? Oh, that's another water cooler.
It looks like this might come out as well. This front piece just comes off as the front piece without
Yeah.
taking this whole chunk out,
Oh, yeah.
which would have made our life easier.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the motherboard. Graphic cards limitations. Ooh. Wait, no, there was one. This might be too long.
Hmm?
I wonder if the graphic card is too long. It doesn't look like it would be. But this looks like a much shorter graphic card.
That'd be fine.
Does
gonna be
it have to go
close.
below that?
What?
Just look. Yeah, that is gonna be, so, does it tell us how long it is?
I don't know. It will on PC Part Picker. But
Where's the box?
over here.
335 max. Where's the length?
Oh, we're supposed to work using a GPU riser.
Oh. Okay, let's get a different material. I think it would tell me the length there somewhere.
Is that a pass-through screw right here? Is there a hole there?
Yeah, there is a hole. I think we'll take this one out and put a stand up there.
It's not any left.
It's not what?
I don't have enough for that.
Oh, there's not enough?
Yeah, no, there's exactly enough, including that one, including that standoff.
That's weird. I guess it's not a big deal.
What was that notification? Encore something, thanks for the follow. Is that what it says? Encore 18650. Oh, you're a vapor? One of the vape dudes from Instagram? That doesn't look right. That's the wrong one.
This is the, oh, that's the power supply.
So I'm thinking about building a PC.
Yeah. What kind of machine you
How
looking
do I know
for?
which way I put on the fans on the radiator?
Usually in the manual for it, there's instructions. So it'll tell you depending on the radiator and depending on your configuration, it can vary.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah. Like in my configuration, the desktop I'm streaming on right now, my radiator sits outside my case and my fans sit inside my case blowing out. On this radiator, the fans are attached directly to it instead of having the case be in the middle there. So it just kind of depends on your setup.
What PC are you building, RN?
Right now I'm building my dad's new video editing PC. It's got a AMD Series 9 3950X, 2070 Super, 64 gigs memory, DDR4 3200, two 970 Evo Pro 1 terabytes. Building it on an Asus TUF X570 motherboard, running the Fractal Design
Sounds
360mm cooler. Yeah, it's a monster of a machine.
Can I go on the internet on this?
No, it's not allowed. It doesn't work.
Well, I didn't know if
Yeah.
it would mess up. Okay, so I just click down here somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna,
you can see the browser already open on this.
I'm gonna
left
build a
one.
budget PC like 600.
on this one?
Yeah, so you see that's Google Chrome. You know,
$600?
I don't see, I mean, I don't
You,
wanna.
that page is Google. You're
Okay.
on you're on the internet right now. So you see where it
Do
says
you
new
have
tab
any
at the top?
suggestions for specs?
Oh, okay,
Just
yeah,
drag that over to the right monitor. Beautiful. There you go.
thank you.
Now you're on the internet.
Yay!
That's for suggestions for $600 PC.
$600
Specs.
PC. What are you trying to do on it? Are you trying to just game? Do you have a game that you like to play? Are you trying to game and stream? Like what's the plan here?
Play games.
Are you one of those dudes that's like super about graphics? You gotta have your 4K
Like Apex.
Apex Legends. Apex is actually not crazy graphically intense. You could definitely build something for 600 that would be in that range. Off the top of my head, I can't give you a complete build, but you're probably looking at like 2700X, 16 gigs memory, maybe a 1050 Ti, some $30 500 watt power supply and an air cooler. Probably a 500 gig SSD to start, and then when you get a little bit more money, you get a terabyte for more storage later on to
Now
stacks.
I'm using a Dell Optiplex 7010 Slim RN, so like anything is better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also fair. If you pop in the Discord below the stream, I hang out there all the time, and I'm more than happy to go over a more in-depth
Feel bad for me.
PC build. Feel bad for you. I mean, bro, my side panel is running off of the laptop I used for like 5 years. The side panel of my computer is a monitor with no backing, so it's clear, so you can still see
Thoughts
through
on
it.
wired versus wireless headphones.
I'll get to that in a second, honey. But, so I feel your pain, trust me. I was running off Wi-Fi on an i7 2700K, I think. Not great. Not great. Honey, I am currently using Arctis Pro wireless headphones. They're sick. I'm not an audiophile by any means, though. So,
Want to use one of these and snuggle?
I already did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Use their tool or something?
Yeah. They're little.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I want to do anything before we put it on the motherboard. I think we'll put it on the motherboard, and then we're gonna mount the cooler.
I'm using this piece of garbage. Encore 18650 asked for permission before posting a link purge.
Yeah, sorry about that, bud. I gotta be careful who sends links. Like I said, if you hop in the Discord below the stream, there's show and tell. You can shoot it to me there.
I do not want to spend more than $50 on headphones.
Well, you're gonna get shitty headphones. That's, if you, I would recommend, like, what are you just trying to listen to music? Get some skull candies for like $15.
I got like, what are mine, Hyper or something?
HyperX.
Yeah, HyperX.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
I sent it in Discord.
But they're not $50, I don't think.
I'm gonna order myself a burger.
Alright.
Okay.
Just to watch Netflix at night while my 1-year-old sleeps.
Maybe get
Oh,
extra
yeah.
fries.
Get
some-
People can share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just get some, you know what? I bought some off Amazon for real cheap. Can you pass my bag real quick? Also, did I get burgers?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I want to be able to stream on the PC.
Yeah, I got some Bluetooth headphones that were sick for like $20. They're super great. I ate a whole burger. Where are you going for burgers, so? Just some girl?
Should I just guess at what you want then?
Good $40
Garlic
can get good
fries,
headphones for just
bacon
watching TV.
cheeseburger.
Just Fontina. Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the audio quality that you want, man.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, half of us can
the ones I bought.
JBL Live 650 BTNC is good.
JBL Live. There you go. JBL headsets are really nice.
She doesn't even just have
Oh my. You were using one of those. I have 2 of those in my office at work that I refuse to deploy because they're pieces of shit.
you want.
It's good.
Okay.
Because you're so
Okay. Yeah, let's
So
throw
it's
one in
working.
there.
Ready to go in?
Think so?
So we put the motherboard in, then we put the cooler in, and we mount the cooler, right?
Yep. Then put the GPU in, and then we try to boot it.
Oh,
Okay.
cross your fingers.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm gonna lower it in, or do you wanna do it?
Yeah, we just gotta be. Oh, no, we don't have to be careful. It's already tightened on. So, yeah. Lower her in. Pretty
Is
sure
it gonna
that's-
be RGB?
Very little, but yes. That overhead camera is pretty good angle. Quite happy with that. The motherboard is Asus AuraSync, and actually his graphics card, if it fits, which I think it should. Honestly, because look, your SATA ports are not higher than your.
I want mine to be the equivalent of LSD. Hey Ben S. Dad, you raised a gentleman.
Okay, that seems to be settled in.
Yeah, that's right. Where's our motherboard screws at?
Okay, that would be in here, right? Came over here.
Yeah.
How much is Dad build?
This one, I think I've got about 2,900 into it.
Yeah. This is a monster video editing PC.
Did Ben ever sneak out as a high schooler or was he a good lad? Damn.
If he did it well, so I don't know. Let me put it this way, I think he was a better high schooler than me.
I think it was a
thankful for
sneakier one.
Okay, so, let's see.
I have Leap 5 in my ACC. Like.
You have what? I'm gonna have to read that chat in just a second. Let me get the motherboard in, and then I'll come talk to you for a
It's
second.
gonna tell me what screws to use,
So these.
it says those.
So these.
I have 5 in my account.
You have $5 in your account.
So
Yes.
these are for the drives, I guess.
I'm poor. Hell.
That's okay. I was poor too at one point, man. What's your set of skills? What you working with?
get them germs. What you mean?
I mean, what's your retailable skills? Are you great with computers? You an artist? Do you have
Assassin.
like what? Military experience? Are you a great leader?
I work as a chef.
So you're a good cook. There you go.
I'm 14 LOL.
Oh. Well, mowing lawns is a great way to make some money, homeboy.
Wow. You can work at a restaurant if you're a chef.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a good cook, you're 14, you're still below the statute or the felony charges for running an illicit or an unlicensed restaurant. Not that I'm giving you the advice to do that. I'm just saying you would likely not be charged with anything, just shut down.
I work at a place called Stanstigan and I make like 150 per hour.
Then how the fuck you broke?
Is that dollars or pesos?
Homeboy, I make 15 an hour. You're richer than I am, I'm sure.
150k art is like $15.
Okay, so you make the same shit I do. What you talking about? What you spend all your money on? What's your cost of living? Where you at?
Or less.
$15 or less. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty fixed amount. Like, currency differentiation will change.
Isn't that Swedish monies or something? I live in a villa in Sweden.
Oh boy, you live in Sweden? I'm hella jealous. Tell you what, I'll help you with your gaming rig if you give me a place to stay in Sweden if I go vacation there. I guess you're 14, that's a little weird. Talk to your parents before you promise me that. CPU fan, I don't want to see some CPU fan, I want this some just random fan. Chassis fan 1. You only have 3 minutes. This fan is on.
I can get you a free meal at the He and Fine Dining restaurant I'm working at.
We mix that with a couch to crash on, my guy, and I'll find a way to get you a computer. As long as I can find a way to get to Sweden. Okay, I'm gonna pop this back on because this has been a pain in the ass.
Would you recommend buying Destiny 1 or 2 or that Shadow version? We have 3 couches. Pick one.
Honey, is that you asking about Destiny 2? I think the Shadowkeep bundle shit for Destiny was a decent amount of content, but I also think that before you get into it, Destiny 2 is free. So, like, play through the free shit first, make sure you're gonna stick around, and then spend your money. I'm a pretty fiscally reserved dude. So, my recommendations are always going to be along the lines of be careful what you spend your money on, make sure you want it first.
If you want to make a lot of money, go back in time about a month and buy some Tesla stock.
Can you show us your personal computer?
I can do that in a minute, yeah.
I could turn the camera, I guess.
Oh, we have to turn the whole big order.
Yeah.
I sold all my Tesla stock.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was a
Flex on me,
automatic
daddy.
trade, but I'm still $100 above where it actually sold at though. So I was kind of mad when it happened. I didn't really want to sell it,
Mm-hmm.
but then it continued to slide. So it was the right thing, at least for that time. Problem is now I'm not a Tesla stock owner. And
Yeah. Is it this way and I'm just dumb?
What's wrong?
Sorry.
Ben's dad, what
Oh,
PC
that's
do you
kinda
have,
tight,
RN?
yeah. Well, you can pull these rubber things off.
No, it's not bad. I just need to. I cable managed it already. My PC is an i7 8700K, 32 gigs, DDR4, 3200 memory, 1080, not a 2080, a 1080.
Does it matter if you use these or these? Or these are the primary? Is that the idea?
Yes, it's at 6 gig, 1, 2. These are 3, 4.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's ideal if we can use these. It should all be.
Well, That
DDR4
looks like an
pod.
awkward angle, though. Is there a straight cable?
Yeah, it's on the other end because this would have to be going through the bottom of the case.
I mean, do we have one that's straight on both ends? I have some extra ones.
Is it like 3200 hertz?
I'm sorry, say it again. DDR4, yeah, it's 3200. DDR4, 3200.
Did they only give you one with an angle on it?
Nice.
They give me 2 with angles. Oh, no. they didn't.
There's a straight one.
That's expensive, LOL.
It actually wasn't that bad. I got it for $120. Shipped to my door. Okay, so that I can get yoinked. And then
That's my month's salary.
that's your month's salary? How much are you working though?
What if college is free in Sweden?
I don't know. Is college
Not much,
free in
because I'm
Sweden?
14.
Not much free working, yeah. See, that's the difference. You're making $15 an hour. When I was your age, I wasn't allowed to work. Not, like, legally anyways.
You worked for an aerospace company when you were 16.
Yeah. Actually, I think I was 15 when I started, 16 when I left.
Okay. Is college expensive in Sweden?
I don't think so. Sweden was one of the countries I visited when I was over there, right?
Oh, you did?
I think so.
What are the
Sweden or
best countries?
Yeah, Sweden or Switzerland. Oh, it's Switzerland. Oh,
Okay.
Switzerland. Never mind.
Copy paste this in Google Scans to him.
In what?
The Swedes probably don't like being called Switzerland.
Well,
We start learning Sunetting on Monday. We currently are working on Cisco iOS remote management.
Oh,
Subnetting.
cool. Who's that?
that's Honey Bear. He's a regular.
Okay.
Good luck with that. We just had our well-paid network engineer find out that he had messed up imaging. So our computer imaging was working much slower because some of our subnetting was getting flagged by our own sonic wall as malicious behavior.
I found it out, damn it.
So what are you working on?
I was saying it was an issue for months. Months.
Yeah, I apologize. One of my other level
I want
ones.
to own a restaurant when I grow up. How would your team go about fixing that, and is he fired or moved to a different task, haha?
Oh no, he's still got his job, no problem. It's just a hiccup. Something like that wouldn't get anyone fired. Yeah, no, they're just gonna work on fixing it. That's it. Like, we're a team, you know? Somebody messes something up,
What kind of image are you talking about?
so we do remote imaging.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
we've
okay.
got a,
For the PCs.
yeah. We've got
I spent a couple hours going through logs and Google just to find out the SW was blocking and installed for MSC 2010 Redist as a false positive.
yeah. So that's Kyle speak for he worked really hard on it to get proof to him that it was indeed his fault.
Okay. Seems like we could have put a little more room between where the cables come through and the board.
No,
It's a tight turn.
it's actually pretty normal.
Okay.
Is subnetting used a lot in business? I do not like converting numbers to binary and hex. It
Yeah.
is.
Yes, it is. Not necessarily in the same way that you're learning about it in your CCNA class, though. Like I cannot do subnetting without an external calculator or like a graph. I don't have it all memorized. But like I can navigate our network without killing myself or doing any damage.
Or the network.
Hmm?
Or killing the network.
Yeah, we're killing the network. So far, I've been successful in not creating any loopbacks.
Oh, that's right, you are a systems guy.
I'm actually just a level 1 tech. I'm applying to be a junior sysadmin, but my coworker here who's in the chat, Kyle, I think is honestly more deserving of it. But I'd be kicking myself if I never put my hat out in the ring, you
You are
know?
a technician, not a level 1.
Oh, whatever. An educational technologist.
Sure.
For
I
sure.
promise. You guys have the same access I do except HR.
But we're level 1 techs. We're first line support. Like that's what that
I'm a
is.
network major. We had an intro to Active Directory, but my degree doesn't focus on AD like the systems majors do.
Yeah. Active Directory. Working with Active Directory is a giant pain in the ass. Oh wow. You have what? You have an 8x2?
Don't be surprised if MS decides to off-add and force everyone to
Yeah,
Azure
you've got
soon.
an extra 4 pin.
Okay.
So you've got an 8x2, which I was expecting.
So,
And now we have to figure out what to do with that extra 4.
don't we look at the motherboard and see what goes there, or is that the
Yeah, we
power
can
supply?
Look at the motherboard manual and
Right
all
here.
down cables. Alright, while I look for cables, I'm going to read this stuff.
Thanks Firebrazer 77 bot, very cool.
Alright, don't be surprised if it decides to off AD and force everyone to Azure soon. I'm never, blah.
Is Azure the Microsoft Cloud SAAP?
Okay. Kyle's got to hang up.
Sure.
Okay, so here it is, it's,
Plug that again.
power connectors, 24 pin, 8 pin, 4 pin.
I have a question that nobody
It
at
says
school
do
knows
not
the
connect
answer.
the 4 pin only. Motherboard may overheat, okay. Ensure to connect the 8 pin power plug or both the.
When I was with another company, they did a full deployment of all the student machines to Azure. Total shit show.
What's the answer?
Well, it just says. These connectors are for ATX power supply plugs. Power supply plugs are designed on one. Okay, so it says EATX. That's this one, right?
Yeah.
the ATX 12 volt, so 1 and 2.
If Business A is leasing rack space under cloud provider service, does cloud provider have a legal claim to the intellectual property that they are hosting for
It
Business A?
says ensure you connect 8-pin or both.
Okay.
So,
Well, because we don't have a 4-pin.
you don't? Okay, so I guess we don't need it?
That's more law-based and what the hosting contract would state, I would think.
PCI
I feel like that would be listed somewhere in the contract.
Type 3 to CPU. This is another 4 or 8-pin, but no 4-pin. So I could try to plug in.
Because that will be a very shitty contract,
No,
for real.
I could try to plug this in.
that's the 8-pin.
Yeah, this is another 8-pin CPU connector, but
So, I'm not sure what that's for. I mean, it's just another,
EATX power, more power.
you'd think with an 850 it would come with one.
No, it did. That's what I'm saying. It came with another 8-pin. It's expecting 2x8.
Oh, instead of 8 and 4.
Yeah.
So the. It's supposed to be compatible.
I wonder if cloud providers sometimes try to sneak that into a contract depending on the business requesting rack space. Major players in that like Azure and AWS won't dare try that.
Yeah, I'm not confident enough in plugging this in. That should be fine with that.
And if any cloud provider did, I would bet they would just get burned by the IT community.
Alright, let's get your HD audio plugged in.
It says if your motherboard has a 4-pin socket, detach the 4-pin from the 8-pin cable and then plug this 4-pin.
So
directly
Facebook
into
is
the
tracking everyone. Why does everyone
that's
get
just-
so mad about it? They don't have to have Facebook if they aren't doing anything wrong. Why do they care?
Oh, so we click on it. This can separate. Looks like it anyways.
Warning, the detachable 4-pin from the 24-pin main
I like the
connector is
pancakes
not a
topped with
P4
syrup. Nice
or
tower you got there,
connector.
Cause people found out that FB sells the data to companies.
If your motherboard has an 8-pin socket, connect the 8-pin. If your motherboard has a 4-pin socket, detach the 4-pin from your 8-pin
Gotta love big
cable.
data.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this kid ready now. Because it said or both.
Type 3, CPU.
Damn.
So,
You have the motherboard manual handy?
yeah, it's right here.
But why is it bad if they sell our data? If we get targeted ads, that gives us the consumer more buying power to support our brands we love.
Because why do you care if you can support a brand or not? Why are you loyal to a brand, a company that is using you to make money? Corporations are not to be loved if they do not love you. They don't? Like,
I don't see how to detach this.
Asus has an unyielding commitment to innovation and quality, a fact borne out by its corporate slogan inspiring innovation, persistent perfection, and the numerous media industry and governmental accolades it receives every year.
yeah,
I
good.
mean, nowadays your data is more valuable than you, so the fact that people are now selling a shitload of consumer data really shouldn't surprise anyone.
The beauty of that is I sell my own data to get cheaper gas, but I also give them a bunch of false positives, so they actually are not getting good data, but they're paying me for it, so get upside, I got a code. It's your HD audio panel. I wish that wasn't a rainbow multicolor, but whatever.
All my accounts are under pseudonames.
1 and 2. Okay. So we already have one of these plugged in, right? One of these. You-
Yeah, see, let's look at a clip.
OOAAAEAAIAU Joe. But then again they can see my external facing IP address. Damn.
Yeah, run through a VPN, dog.
But VPN is only so effective.
There we go.
I had some lady at my work tell our SYS admin that she is using a VPN. She thought he was a stranger. Big rip.
Okay. You know, which end is the one that goes in? And
Well-
what slot does this go into? There.
Oh, on the power supply.
Alienware is the way to go for PC building, plus it's cheaper JK.
You had me in the first half there, not gonna lie.
I want the tomato router, and then if you use SOCKS for proxy maybe you can reach almost anonymous but cookies too.
That's why you use Brave. If you look beneath, there is Brave the browser. You can download it with my link. You use it for 30 days. It's like tipping me $7. Plus, it keeps you completely anonymous on the internet with their built-in Tor browser. You can swap to in private with Tor, and nobody can tell what's going on.
So this beast gonna power up Minecraft and old school RuneScape.
Yeah, this will definitely
And at
run
that point just load up the
Minecraft.
custom compiled Linux environment with the tomato router, and when you are done just smash said device and burn it just to make sure. I wonder how the NSA deals with Tor.
Not very well is the answer.
They just get pissy.
Power plus is front, then power minus. So plus, then minus.
So I just came into Stream and I want to know what the specs are for the PC. Sorry if you repeated it before.
No worries.
Why are routers that hide anonymity getting harder to find in stores?
It's a 3950X, 64 gigs DDR4 memory, 2070 Super, Asus TUF X570, and Fractal 360mm cooler. We've got two 970 Pro Evo Plus NVMe SSDs that are 1 terabyte each. And we've got one 4 terabyte Western Digital
I
Black
came up
for long-term
because
storage.
NSA pays off companies to make them less anonymous, but that's when you just load some custom firmware on it, XDDWRT or something. The RAM is sexy. Ugh, I just came.
10 out of 10 IGN. Okay.
Wanna hear a dad joke? XD sex jokes.
Was that supposed to be the dad joke?
No. Yes.
What's the dad joke?
Kyle, stop. No. Yes.
It doesn't really tell you if it has both, right?
Mm.
Like this says, if it has an 8-pin, then connect the 8-pin. If it has a 4-pin, connect the 4-pin. It doesn't say if it has both.
Both. Yeah, so I'm thinking let's just go with the 8-pin and call it a day.
Alright.
Worst thing that's gonna happen is see if he gets undervolted and we have to figure
I'm
out
just trying to
what's
set
on.
up my PS2 emulator so I can play some damn SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Hey guys, did you know that on my old Windows 8 laptop there were hidden accounts named Tim Berners-Lee and Bill Gates? I could only see them in the permissions box. 357 is the odd number. What?
Need a flashlight or something?
I don't know if I can get power and ground mixed up, but they're not marked, so
Well, if that doesn't matter then.
hope so.
Right?
That's the fingers crossed.
Cause it's kind of marked on the side of the, thing of what it is.
Yeah, it's marked here, but the power switch and reset switch, neither of which have markings on the cable itself.
The roles have changed. Usually the son holds the flashlight when working on the car. Someone had set up group policy on my laptop and I was literally under a domain of someone else and they used policies to hide the visibility of being domain joined.
I mean, re-image your laptop, wipe it, be done.
It ain't hard to do that.
You know what they say, it ain't easy being cheesy. It's just a cheetah.
GP can be a wonderful thing.
So this doesn't.
Is that illegal? Sometimes. It was a weird concept. Why would I really need to generate a random paragraph? Could I actually learn something from doing so? All these questions were running through her head as she pressed the generate button. To her surprise, she found what she least expected to see. God damn it.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you in here either what those wires are. I think it doesn't matter. As long as you make the circuit.
Says Pond.
Cooler time.
Should we mount the radiator first, you think, or? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Because you don't want to mount it later.
Yeah, you don't wanna be trying to mount that while you're wiggling your hair around on the CPU.
Alright, so
Do we need this?
one sec. Oh no, does this front bit come off?
Well, let me look.
I know it's this tab right here.
Yeah. Let me just see there, I don't see it.
I saw it in there earlier. So when I fix the kit, can you press one of those pry bars?
Let me see. Shows the whole thing right there.
Hmm?
There's the whole thing right there.
Yeah.
And then it goes into additional info. Oh. So,
What are you having trouble with, Fireman Razor of the Dark Dane?
is the bottom, this bottom thing,
Getting this panel out.
is that out?
That panel is right.
So, I guess it's just those little side clips, right?
No, it's this bottom clip. Look.
Well, there's clips along the side.
Yeah. How are you supposed to get it out? Push on the middle?
No, no. Because it's on the front, right?
Yeah.
If it snaps, it snaps.
You want to just pop the front on?
Just use force, bro.
Let me just pop the front on.
Because this panel is going to be annoying. If we can just get this black piece off, it'll make life easy.
YouTube video recommended.
Right there. Is that like the bar holding it on?
Yeah.
So, maybe.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good. That's why I was asking for a thicker pry bar. I'm trying to get this front panel out. That's perfect. Yeah.
Dad, he just banged on your case, not cool, bro.
Get it?
No. That way.
So we gonna siege tonight.
You gonna see what? We gonna siege tonight, Peanut? Maybe. Does it seem like you should just pop that way?
Let's just take this out.
I guess.
The middle one then done.
Snap.
That's it.
Bottom button.
It's a pain in the ass. But now we can access without restriction.
I remember when my PC build was a pain in the ass.
This is the piece that we were trying to get off. Just a filter, but it snaps in with the force of 1,000 suns, let me tell you. Alright. Radiator first.
fit.
Okay, it's gonna need some manual rerouting, but it fits.
Okay, so now we need the screws, right?
Howdy, sweetheart. Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going.
Pretty good, I think.
That's good.
Okay, so these are the screws. And washers. Screws and washers. These guys.
So it's gonna Korean barbecue tonight
There's a
here.
washer on
So it's gonna be Korean barbecue tonight. Actually, no, my mom's picking up burgers. Oh, I should probably tell her that Haley got home.
there. Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Haley, sweetheart, you want a burger?
Hey, are you still at Joe's? Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't even get home at 7.
What?
My mom's at Joe's getting food. She's got all back.
Yeah.
That's fine with me here. Why'd you
Okay.
think I wasn't getting
Good.
home second?
All right.
Are you going to church?
I'll see you in a
I
bit.
told you I was coming back after shopping.
Are you going to church?
That's not till later.
She got you chicken nuggets and fries because that's what you ordered last time.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
She's on her way back.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. How's your day so far?
Good. How's yours?
Good.
Good.
Excited?
Yeah. Looking good, I think. It's cool.
Not too many so far. Not too many problems.
That's good.
So far, all of them have been we've been able to work around.
That's good.
Need some help?
I got it. Alright, now it's in place. Now it's just a matter of putting all these together. And helping with
Gonna try to take this off and put the other one on and just plug it away. Because that plastic cover kind of protects it fine. Like that.
yeah.
What should I play The Witcher 3 7 Days to Die or Kenshi?
Who's asking? Is that Peanut? 7 Days to Die. I want to get a server going again at some point for 7 days. Maybe with some modding.
Play SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom like I am. Yeah, what happened to 7 Days, man?
Everyone got bored of the server, so we stopped maintaining it, man.
People.
get there. There you go.
Should I bring this in here or in the kitchen?
In the kitchen.
Juicy nuts. What would those be? That's that would be these guys.
Yeah. Alright, we're screwing in that cooler now.
It says here to do this. I guess,
Yeah, final screwing needs to be done in the star formation. But finger tightening originally, so I don't have to hold it in place. Doesn't matter. But you want some fierce pressure down. With CPU. There ain't a gap there, is there? Need a mirror or something?
To what? Are you guys gonna take a break to come eat or what?
We're almost done.
need a mirror, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. I want to make sure that there's not a gap.
He says they're almost done.
If there's not. And then we're gonna go to
Let's start up here.
yeah.
Then go to that one, diagonally. And then
Left bottom.
left bottom.
Fits nicely. It should. I had the same problem with mine getting real close to the glass. I'd like to take custom fittings and make them strut, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to open up my closed loop.
So this goes on the
Pump.
right?
Yeah. Wrap that up here. Alright. Should just be GPU and boot up. So the GPU is actually not a problem. Okay, let's get that out of the way.
You wanna put the back cover on?
The front cover? What do you mean the back casing cover? Not yet, because I still have to cable manage everything.
Okay.
Nice. GPU comes backplated already. Already.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
So So I gotta take this one off, right? Or both of these. Both of these?
Yeah. I just want to see real quick. Facing it.
It's tight squeeze.
Yeah, it's gonna fit by about a millimeter. On the bright side, your graphics card's gonna get some great cooling.
Yeah, you know, the original one I was gonna get only had 2 fans, but
Mm.
not that it makes so much difference.
It actually does. Graphics performance is definitely affected by, or actually not the top one, the one below.
Oh, this one?
Yep.
Okay. So should I put the other one back on?
Yeah. I'm thinking that it's gonna be just fine. There's an RGB header right there. I could just put a strip right along the top here and shine down. Look nice. No?
You want me to hold the button and kind of slide it down? Oh, that's tight, huh? Yeah.
That's real tight. That's not, you know what, I know what I see.
Oh.
I'm gonna close these so I can etch this out.
Okay. Told you by a millimeter. Trust me.
Holy shit.
What did I say? By a millimeter.
I don't even know if there's a millimeter there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of room. Ye of little faith. All right. You want to lock it in?
Oh, yeah.
That'll hold it in place. There's a
Oh,
little
let me
room.
see. Let me. Oh, so this one goes in here, right? Is that? Okay.
Yeah.
She also can't flip it, which she does with the other tool. She flips it. Usually only when it's empty. That's when she wants more water.
The kickstand should come today.
I don't really need it.
And the fan kind of holds it.
I think you got a pretty snug fit as it is, huh?
The plate that's in it, this piece, is just a little piece of slate. Yeah, so it's closed on top of the wall. And then you push it down. Yeah,
What's that?
It's part of GPU. Yeah, it's part of the lighting here, because this is RGB.
It's what?
RGB, red, green, blue.
Oh.
Is that too high?
Yeah.
It's way too high.
Maybe bend back. Guess I should have got a bigger gauge.
I like the shirt because it's not about really religion, which sounds crazy. Well, yeah, it sounds good, but you don't really hear churches.
What is?
Maybe I should just grab another PCIe.
But their whole thing is.
I was trying to go clean.
Well,
Do a
you
single
just,
run.
just bend it back like that. Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think.
Yeah, I just don't think it will stick. I think it's gonna be pushing up against your glass because you're gonna look at space.
Alright.
Yeah.
There aren't any 90-degree wires,
Decent.
right?
I mean, you could get cable mod cables with them.
Okay.
But I mean, actually, that seems like it's holding pretty good.
Tie it up. Almost needs to come this way a little bit. Might have to loosen these and pull it down a little bit.
There we go.
This one. Loosen this for a second.
Almost done, folks. Almost done.
That's much better. Well, once you, what, you got,
It's because you got it all wrapped up around you. That's on my leash is shorter than I'm expecting. Alright, I'm gonna unhook. I'm untethered.
take another picture with the,
Let me cable manage it first. Make it look all nice.
Oh my, that looks beautiful.
Thank you. A lot of effort has gone into this. Alright. Now we're gonna clip it up. You wanna help me out? Now we need to manage all the cables in the back. So this one in particular needs to get pulled through.
yeah, that kickstand, you just kind of support right under here.
You could just 3D print one.
Huh?
You could have just 3D printed one.
Well, this one's metal, it's not plastic.
What kind of weight are you putting on your GPU? It's just you punch it in. Does it need to be structurally sturdy? It's just you'll put a crayon in there and it'd be fine. I don't have one.
Well,
Alright. Now, I put all spare parts in these bags. I don't know what you want to do, but that's what I do. You put
Is the
one-
GPU slanted?
all the parts?
Is the GPU slanted? It looks like it, but it's just the plastic casing. It's flat on top. The plastic casing for the fans, the fan housing.
Yeah, see, it does kind of hang a little bit
Yeah, but
on its own way.
normal.
Yeah.
Alright, before we put all this junk back in, we gotta boot it. So, let's just steal one of my monitors. I think that'll be actually easier than finding a DVI cable. So I'm gonna sneak my way behind the camera. Oh!
Oh, we didn't tighten the radiator down
What?
yet. Radiator squeeze it loose.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, they're loose. Loose,
I didn't thumb tighten those. Those all went in with a screwdriver.
yeah.
So it must have just lined up. Alright, so stealing a monitor from my...
They do sell GPU stands if you don't like the way it bends.
Yeah, he's got one ordered already, actually.
Atomic Peanut 505 asks for permission before posting a link purge.
Is there more screws, Ben? Or is that all of them?
Never mind.
For the radiator?
Peanut, you should know better by now. Alright.
There's no more washers, man. There's 2 screws, but no washers left.
Yeah?
That's kind of weird. There's a place for 2 more screws.
I had them all in. There's one washer.
Oh. Well,
Where's the other?
Okay. Yeah, there's still 2
They
more
have,
spots.
they have different small rooms where you can get together after work with a bunch of people, or in someone's house.
Do you have the power cable or know where I put the power cable?
So that would have been with, where's the box for the power supply? Be in there, right?
Yeah, no, I moved it like just a second ago. I had it in my hand.
Oh, you did, okay. Yeah,
Like-
it's right here.
Just out of my view. Okay. And let's pray we don't trip the fuse. With third computer in here.
Pray for no sparks.
Sharp lights off, should be okay. Alright, I don't know that I wired power button correctly, remember? So, something wrong does happen. Let's blame that first.
Maybe. I see something light up. Some red, blue, green.
And
Fans are on.
lights are on.
Where's the screen? That one?
You just plug it into the GPU, which is technically not the proper way to do that.
The fan went off. That's weird. None of those fans are running. Oh, okay, you turned it off.
Not intentionally.
Super quiet. Okay, this thing's lighting up. So these are indicator lights, I think, for errors.
Oh, there's not an OS on it. There it is.
Okay.
We have post! Woohoo! So things good to go. Let's take a look. Can you swap to PC only for me?
What's that? Oh, PC only. Okay. Full PC, is that it?
Yep. Biome. That's our BIOS. Cool. And it does know that you have a pump. It's cooling well. CPU temperatures idling at 37.
All right, let's eat.
Beautiful. Alrighty, folks. That's it for us.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Let me see if anybody else is streaming real quick so I can send them your way, or vice versa. Other than that, Yeah, no. Nobody's streaming.
It's super quiet too.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out darkdane.com if you haven't already. I'm going to try doing this with a couple of more streamers, actually. Tattoo Baby Girl, which is Kate, is going to be our next build more than likely. But let me know if you've got a computer that you want built on stream, you want to come hang out. Hit
I
me up.
need a build.
You need to build Peanut? We'll talk. It'll be a good time. I'll build you a computer. Be good.
GG.
See you guys.